PSA for every man that's crippled by rejection: don't forget, men have literally stopped approaching women because they're afraid to get rejected. They're afraid to be called creepy, fill in the blank. And when we act out of fear, we create the reality we're most fearful of. So, reminder to just shoot your shot, put yourself out there, and know that rejection is literally never personal. It's actually hot to have the courage and confidence to go after what you want in life.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at modern women getting left behind by men. Don't forget to drop your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here, and let's jump into it.
I have a hot take, and I fear it should not be a hot take. I think that there is an epidemic of nonchalant men, and I think that they need to all be arrested, because I think that every woman deserves the most chalant man that to ever exist.
Arresting a man for being nonchalant isn't a hot take, it's just a stupid thing to say.
We are in a nonchalant epidemic. I am genuinely so sick and tired of it. Nobody wants to yearn and feel deeply for another soul. Everyone's trying to play so cool, and especially the men. This nonchalant act is pushing you further and further away from connection. I don't know what y'all were taught. I don't know if this is something culturally, on a societal level. I don't know what it is, but this whole too cool for school act and acting like you're not really geeked over a girl, or you're just chilling and blah blah blah. That whole act is so dead.
Men have stopped yearning after modern women made it clear that they had nothing in return to actually offer men.
Nothing is more mortifying than the fact that I just went to the grocery store and I walked by like two cute guys, and both of them I tried to do the thing where I like look them dead in the eyes and I'm like looking them up and down and smiling, like, I don't know, and both of them like looked like they just saw a freaking ghost and like walked even faster. Like, this is why I'm involuntarily celibate.
They had better things to do than talk to a desperate woman in the middle of a supermarket.
Can someone please tell me why I literally paid to go on dates with men tonight and I didn't get to date a single man? The universe said no. No fucking thank you. I don't want you to do it. I went speed dating tonight and I got grouped in with the group of guys to walk around with, to talk to the women, not date the men.
Men don't bother going to speed dating events. The universe had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
I only got to talk to women tonight. If that's not the biggest sign from the universe saying like, no, like, don't do it. I mean, what the heck? I give up. I'm done. I give up.
Even if she did talk to a man at one of these events, she would still find a reason to be disgusted with him anyway.
Modern men have no courage. Courage is something men used to pride themselves in. It was lumped into chivalry, part of being a man. But now you don't even have the courage to go talk to a girl. None of you are approaching women. None of you seem confident. And coming from a girl, I swear to you, all it takes is a little bit of courage to stand out. Yes, the gym is going to help. Yes, fashion is going to help. Yes, you need to be a good man. But none of that is going to matter if you're not willing to put yourself out there.
It's not a lack of courage, it is self-preservation, and you can't shame men into changing that.
Are you going to fail on many approaches? Absolutely. But who cares? I know it hurts, but what else are you going to do? Continue to watch dating content that you never put to use? You have so much more control over your own destiny here. I'm too short, I'm too poor, modern women aren't worth it, feminism ruined everything, are just a bunch of lame-ass cop-out excuses.
It's this kind of an attitude which just kind of reinforces men's resolve to walk away in the first place.
Okay, are we hitting like a nonchalant men pandemic? What's going on? Why is every other guy that I meet so nonchalant? I literally, the other day, when I say the other day, I mean the other month, a guy literally gave me a compliment. Mind you, this is the first time he gave me a big boy compliment. He used the word gorgeous to describe me, when every other time it was like pretty or like hot. And I had told this guy that I prefer being called beautiful to pretty because that's just the type of girl that I am.
That's not being nonchalant, okay? That's him giving her a genuine compliment and her throwing it back in his face.
I don't find that cringy. I like that. I prefer that. Like, I'm a hopeless romantic. I've read all of the classic romance novels. Like, I want that, right? And like, he proceeded to give me this compliment and then he goes, not to be gay. What? You just icked me out. And I'm an avid believer of like, I can't get icked out if I truly like someone. But I literally I was like, you're lying, right? Like, you did not follow that. That's giving the same energy as like a middle schooler being like, no homo. You're a grown man saying not to be gay after giving a girl a compliment? I can't. And like, when I told this guy that I'm like, I think you're too nonchalant for me, he proceeded to tell me I'm just a chill guy.
Comparing real life to romance fiction books is what got her into this disaster in the first place.
We need a Noah's Ark level cleansing on all of the nonchalant fiends that have been plaguing our society as of recent. No one talks about the nonchalant epidemic as much as it needs to be talked about. I will see people on a daily basis straight aura farming at every single given moment. What happened to giving a fuck? What happened to not acting like an NPC droid from The Sims? If I'm talking to you and I'm telling you about something that I'm passionate about, the last thing I want to hear in that conversation from you is, bro, like, you just gotta chill, bro. Like, yo, just chill.
If a dude is saying that, it's because she's getting insanely worked up over something minor.
Chillax, like, just chill. TS is not tough. TS is not tough in the slightest. We all need to agree that aura farming in the way the nonchalant final bosses do actually results in negative aura rather than positive aura. These dudes are so, like, bland and unfun to be around because literally they are afraid that anything that they do will result in negative aura. Like, it'll be a huge blow through their whole, like, nonchalant demeanor. Ladies, if you have a boyfriend who is a nonchalant aura farming fiend, I encourage you to either speak to him or break up with him. ASAP. Next thing you know, in 20 years, when you decide to get married to this absolute fiend, he's gonna tell the priest, yo, chill, bruh. Just chill on that. Bring back emotion. When C-3PO has more of a personality than you do, you know it's a problem.
What are single men doing? And where y'all at? I'm a homebody through and through. There's nothing more that I love a night on the couch, chilling, hanging at home. But as a single person, I like to put myself out there. I like to try new things. It's stimulating for me, right? A new restaurant, a new activity, a new hobby or something. And every time I do, everywhere I go, it's like overwhelmingly just single women.
Men are at home doing their own thing. It really isn't all that complicated.
Or couples, or if there are guys there, they're usually in relationships or they're married. Where are the single men? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing all day? If there are any single men out here wondering where they can meet women, literally pick a hobby and go do it. And I guarantee you there will be nothing but women there, okay? Somebody tell me, are single men okay? Are y'all okay? Where y'all at?
I think men are fine for the most part. Most of us are just done with the games these desperate single women like to play.
I had a guy come up to me the other night at a party and be like, hey, I think you're really pretty. I just wanted to introduce myself. What's your name? And he was like, can I please have your phone number? And he was really nice and approached me in a very calm, gentle, sweet way. But like, it got me thinking of how scary it must be to be a guy and to have to go up to girls. Like, if I was a guy, you would never catch me doing that.
The cost of actually approaching women is far too high these days. There's almost no point to it anymore. In fact, I would say there is no point to it anymore, especially for men, right? If you're talking about a dating context, complete waste of time for dudes.
Like, probably ever. I don't think I would ever do it. I think if I were a guy, I would have to approach with like a funny joke or like a funny comment about something, because there is no way you would see me going up to a girl and being like, hi, I think you're really pretty. What's your phone number? Like, that is so nerve-wracking. So if you're a guy listening to this out there that approaches women, not in a creepy way, but like, nicely says like, hey, what's your name? I just wanted to say you're really pretty. Kudos to you, because that must be terrifying.
When she says creepy, she means approaching her when she doesn't find you to be attractive.
Why do no men approach girls? What is going on?
Women from overseas say this all the time, and then Aussie guys go, yeah, we don't make the first move because we don't want to get called a creep. And that's probably true, but there's another reason for it too. Aussie girls are mean, man. Most regular Aussie dudes are timid because our girls put us in our place, mate. They don't politely reject anyone, even men who aren't flirting with them. I'd never chat up a girl, but when I'm drinking, I'll talk to strangers in a friendly way. Anti-sexual sexuality, just people around. Talk to Aussie girls though, they assume you got one thing on your mind.
Why would any man want to talk to a woman who's going to go out of their way to be mean to him?
The other night, I'm next to this woman in the drinks line. I'm not into her or anything. She's just a human, right there, and she's looking at me. Out of politeness, I say, having a good night? Her lips curl into this malevolent grin, man. She goes, yeah, it wasn't until you started talking to me. Ranger. I had no comeback. I was just like, I fucking ran to the cubicles.
There was absolutely no need to be that rude. This is exactly why men don't bother anymore.
Yeah, what does it mean when you are hot? Like when you're really, 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 really handsome and you just stare at a girl. What that mean? Like you don't say nothing. You don't like wink. You don't like say nothing. You just be staring. What do y'all be wanting us to do when y'all do that? Because I ain't figured it out.
She can either approach or complain about it online. There is not much else she can do. And at this point, I don't even think men want women to approach them anyway.
Or do y'all just be like in deep thought and you're not really looking at the person? Because I was I was very uncomfortable. And I was like, and he still didn't say nothing. He just was.
Odds are, this guy glanced over to her a few times, but he most certainly wasn't staring at her.
I want to be approached by a man. You heard that right. I'll tell you this. I would never be rude to a man or call him a creep for approaching me in public unless he was inappropriate. Touching her, making a sexual comment or a sexual reference, then I might say something to you and it might come off a little rude because that's inappropriate and that would be creepy. So don't do things like that.
Men were told to not approach at all, creepy or otherwise. You can't change the rules now. That's not how it works.
But if you send a smile, flash a smile, you make a little eye contact and you realize there's mutual eye contact going on, that's totally okay. Offer to buy them a drink. If they're next to you, maybe you just say hello in casual conversation. Introduce yourself maybe. If you get the vibe they're not interested in talking, back off. But yeah, I'm totally for being approached in public by a man. Go for it. If you're nice.
Those days are completely over. If she wants things to change, she is going to have to put in more effort.
I don't know if men know this, but staring at women and not saying anything is actually very strange. Like, it happens to me quite a lot where I will see a man staring at me and I'm like, okay, let me not get an ego. Like, maybe he's not really looking at me, but it's like, no, like, I feel you watching me and won't speak to you the entire night.
If she feels you staring at her, then she is finding excuses to feel uncomfortable.
And it's just like, first of all, when y'all do that, first thing I think, I'm like, is there something on my face? Is there something wrong? Like, do I look crazy? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, but then I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, is there beef? Then my next thing is like, is there beef? Do I know you somehow? Like, is there something, what's happening? And then they won't say anything. And I think that's so crazy because, like, it's just better to state, what's the vibe? Like, what's up? Even if you get rejected, at least I know why you were staring at me now.
They try to make it sound like rejection is like no big deal, but that is clearly not the case anymore these days.
Listen, I really want to be one of those girls who comes on here and is like super optimistic about the dating scene in Chicago. Like, I want to be the one who comes on here and is like, guys, it's not that bad. Like, it's actually fun. You have to reframe your mindset. I wish that was me. But I genuinely believe that there's something in the water here. In the city of Chicago, it takes me about 5 to 6 months to even match with someone I'm remotely interested in. And then the chances of them either A, responding, or B, following through with a plan or a date is about 0%.
I love how they'll always blame the city before they take a look at themselves. It's kind of just easier for them to blame something else.
I think this generation of men want to be chased like women. Like, whenever I go and talk to my friends about dating experiences or their dating experiences, at the end, we just come to the conclusion where it's like they just want to be treated like the woman. For example, I was supposed to go on a date with somebody last week. We had made plans. It was very much so like we'll keep each other updated, and he was the last one to respond. And because he was the last one to respond, it was expected of me to go ahead and respond and initiate these plans again. What? I just think as a man, you should be initiating these things and also chasing women, not the other way around. And now I know that this is for a very select few men, but this is just my hot take, and let me hear what you guys have to say.
In other words, she expects men to do all of the work while she reaps the rewards by being lazy.
I need to know why so many men are so nonchalant that it literally hurts. It's like They only give you one word answer to text, and the way that they talk to you just shows that they literally couldn't care less. But it's like, why is it so hard to show that you care? Be chalant. Ask the questions, dive a little deeper, show that you have the mental capacity to answer with more than one word, maybe 2, 3, maybe even a sentence. Like, I don't think that that's such a bad thing.
When you chase after men that don't want you, they will make it pretty damn clear that they don't actually want you.
One thing I've noticed about the Austin men is that they don't really approach, and if they do approach, they don't pay for drinks. And if they do pay for your drink, they'll pay for like one drink and expect you to go home with them.
She thinks that a man should cover her bar tab and get nothing in return. That makes absolutely no sense.
I was on my way to a date today, and I just canceled it. Yes, I did. Because this dude had the audacity to call me and be like, hey, let's change the plan. That place is too expensive, and I don't think you have earned it. Are you for real? What do you mean I haven't earned it? I'm going out with you. I think that's good enough.
When you care more about the venue than your date, then I suppose maybe you are the problem at that point.
Anyway, he's like, no, don't be like that. Like, maybe one day I will take you if you're good to me. I was like, oh, you're so kind, but no, I think we're good. He's like, don't be like that. We will find another place. I was like, no, I don't need to find another place, but thank you. I appreciate your time, and I wish you the very best. I hang up, and I call my friend, and I was like, hey, do you want to go to a steakhouse? It's on me.
So she cancelled the date and then she paid for her own dinner. Sounds like the man won in the end. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.